In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I am pulling something up here that I had accidentally closed out of. Yeah, this is the Toledo Bend camera, and let me see. Yeah, I wanted to show you this. This is on the Cenla Weather app and the Cenla Weather website. You got to download the app. I think most of you have that, but I know some people are like, what app? I'm like, oh, I don't promote things well enough. I'm terrible. So look at this. Total rainfall out at that site right on the 3 Mile Bridge there going into Texas, 4.15 inches. We also... And let me make sure, yeah, okay, my audio's up. I always get paranoid after that little experience the other day. But look at this. We now have nearby lightning, which not much going on there, but the nearest strike in the last 15 minutes was 27.3 miles away. Yesterday I was showing this. We had it 0.2 miles away here in Alexandria. So it's an interesting, cool new feature. I'm glad we have that. And, you know, like I've tried to get people to put these cameras in because I'm kind of tapped out there. They're not the cheapest things in the world, but if you want one in your community, I think it's really cool, like over like a high school football stadium or like ball fields or something like that. Shows you where that lightning is, how close it is, and how long it's been since the last strike. Just another cool little feature there. But right now, we're just seeing a ton of heavy rainfall. And hey, we're having fun with the cameras that we have, especially this one, 4.15 or 4.16 inches of rain. And that lake is free of boats today is what I'm guessing. So while there's tons of rain going on out there, this is what it looked like in Alexandria last night. This is what it looks like now. Not much going on there. Cloudy skies, still some puddles out there, but no rain falling right now. Here is the radar, and I'm going to show you not only where it's raining now, but where it has rained in the last 24 hours. You can see moisture kind of pumping in toward Alabama there. This one's weird, though. It's kind of tilted to that western side because we have that easterly flow, so kind of an easterly wind shear that's pulling the heavier showers and thunderstorms west of the center. Not an entirely typical setup around here. So we usually think east side, dirty side of a tropical system. Well, when they're not named and they're kind of just loosely organized like this, sometimes you get weird things to happen. So heavy rain right now going on in Sabine Parish, parts of Natchitoches and Vernon Parish, but the rest of us are pretty dry. Now, the good thing is here, we've seen these rainfall totals over the last 24 hours. We've kind of seen those shift around. So we've seen some pretty heavy totals here with 2 to 5 inches of rain in spots. But then you get down here toward just east of DeRidder, probably near where our DeRidder camera is when it comes back up. God rest its soul. We've tried that 3 times. We're putting lightning arresters on it now. Keeps getting zapped. But 0.28 inches of rain. So yes, there in northern Natchitoches Parish, hardly any rain so far. So that's what it looks like through that. I do want to take you into actually, let's see, we'll go to that and then over into the regular radar mode. There's temperatures, you know, it's kind of warm. So let me go back and just kind of show you what's going on with this right now. So heavy rain falling there from about Natchitoches back through Manny. Again, Sabine Parish, you're kind of socked in with the rain right now. It's all kind of west of Natchitoches at this point, west of Leesville. I know a lot of folks around Leesville were like, we need rain, and it looks like you did get hit pretty well overnight. So at least we're kind of, again, filling the gaps where we haven't seen rainfall. We are seeing some showers trying to develop here right as they move on to the north, off the sea breeze, if you want to call it that. And here's the thing, models are bad right now. They're not doing well with this system. So I'm going to show you that, but we're not going to trust models today. We're just going to forecast old school. 78 degrees, Alexandria, 80 Faraday. I don't even know what that means because like I'm still using the models, but I'm using them as a meteorologist, and I guess old school would be going out and putting your finger in the air and seeing what it feels like. Well, it feels pretty humid right now. We have lots of moisture out there. And that low pressure center, that very weak low pressure with that deep tropical moisture is going to kind of churn up toward the north. That's going to pull those southerly winds back in. And I think tomorrow we go back to more scattered storms. I don't think Saturday's looking that bad. That's improving. Still looks wet today, but I think Saturday's looking a little bit better. And then we just kind of roast for a few days. Now, with all of this, we don't have a tropical, see, my brain's on tropical. We don't have a severe risk highlighted by the Storm Prediction Center. That's all well off to our north. So, given the setup here, it's not good for severe weather. We didn't see severe weather yesterday. We did see some flooding here in town. Rain chance about 80% coverage today. So again, not even everyone sees it today, but I do think where we see it, we're going to see some heavy totals. And that's because we basically already have. Now you can see on the satellite here that we had the little lull last night in the evening after the sun went down, still seeing that circulation as this thing kind of drifts off to the west. It's going to lift northward today. So I think that's going to pull in this moisture that we see right there along the coast. And we will see some scattered storms erupt this afternoon. And that tropical moisture, you know, I've been showing this over the northern Gulf here. That's kind of coming inland right now. But look at this big blob up here. Yeah, that high pressure is going to spin this thing clockwise all the way back around. And I think we do a similar dance to what we are doing probably around Thursday or Friday of next week. Now, I think I've learned my lesson here. I don't believe with this thing so close to the coast that we're going to see development here. But of course, moisture, thunderstorms over the water, we're going to watch them closely. Now look at this. HRRR model has been really dry. Big surprise for you, it was dry yesterday, and we had like 4 inches of rainfall in maybe an hour here in Alexandria. It looks really isolated on it. I do think we're going to fill in much more than this, but I kind of wanted to show you what we're working with here. And these showers and thunderstorms, I think, are going to be much more widespread than what we're seeing. In fact, WPC still has an excessive risk for rainfall, or a slight risk for excessive rainfall today across the entire area. And that's mainly due to the fact that we've already seen heavy rain in spots, and it won't take much to cause some at least minor flooding issues. And then tomorrow with those scattered storms, we could possibly see that marginal risk could bring some brief street flooding issues. And we do have that flood watch in effect until 7 p.m. tomorrow. That's for Beauregard, Allen, Evangeline, and St. Landry. And yes, we had a flood warning up here yesterday in Alexandria. It was a little lower probability event. We thought that was going to be a little further south, but it set up right over town, right over the concrete, and it gave us too much rain. So we get a little more rain today. In some cases, a lot more rain. Tomorrow, I think it's more scattered. I should have popped a sun in there because I think we'll see some sun. Then it just gets really hot and nasty. From Sunday through Wednesday, I think Thursday into Friday, that's when that next little spoke of moisture comes around. And high pressure, you know, some years it sets up right overhead. 2023, that high pressure dome was right centered over us, and we had a crazy heat wave. We had all that dry weather come through, and really just, you know, stick around for a few months. This time, this go around this year, it looks like that high is going to set up several hundred miles further north. That kind of keeps us on that ring of fire along that edge, and that's going to keep us to where we're going to see above normal rain chances as we end the month and go into August. And you know what happens when you get into August? That means you're like a month away from September. That means you're 2 months away from October. And that means you're probably 3 months away from your first cold front. So I can't wait for that. I'm ready for cooler weather. But for now, cloudy skies today, and I don't think we hit 90. You're having trouble with the volume? I'll have to check that cloud lifter again. Let me look in here and see what we got. Hey, at least I'm not totally quiet. I will work on that, see if something got unplugged or we had any weirdness over there. That box is acting crazy. Does that mean we will have a bad winter? I don't know at this point. I'm at this point, I have not looked deeply into the winter forecast, though I should because it might make me feel a little cooler. Let's see. Window weather watching. Yes, I love it. Happy Friday. Yeah, they're making bacon out there, so I'm going to get going. If we have any flood warnings or breaking weather today, I will just drive out into it like I did yesterday and send you a video if it's close enough. And if not, well, I will see you tomorrow morning pretty early because I am taking my mom back to Memphis. She doesn't like to fly alone, so I'll be driving her to Memphis. Just so happens my brother's going to be there, so I'll drop her off with him. We'll make the handoff like divorced parents, and then I'll come back and do weather on Sunday evening. So there you go. It's a quick trip. I will be back. I will not miss a day of weather, and we will be talking all about the heat, I think, when I get back on Sunday, and then we'll be talking about that chance for rain later in the week. All right, I will see you guys back here tomorrow earlier than normal. Have a great weekend.